Welcome to another episode of Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Ife West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on the channel, you're highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about the topic of insanity and spirituality, or rather madness and spirituality. Where do we draw the line between insanity and African spirituality practices? How do we know if we are actually in line with the practice, and how do we practice safe spirituality, if I may use that word? This topic is a very controversial topic in a way, because it cuts across the fine line of insanity and rationality. If we are going to be talking about insanity and spirituality, according to Western definition of insanity, every form or practice of spirituality or religion on this planet is utter madness. And I will say it this way. There is this popular belief in the Western world that there is no life after death. Most Western scientists, they don't believe in spirituality. They don't believe in the existence of a spirit or a concept of spirit or soul or anything like that. They believe in practical 100% materialism. This is how Western philosophy builds their foundation. They don't believe in anything outside what they can see, test, and experiment on. So, in the Western world, and with all the governments of the world, anything that has to do with spirituality is pure 100% hocus pocus. Even spirit or soul of a man, if you cannot prove it scientifically, it does not exist. So this is the way the world have been focused on. This is what people have come to believe. This is the new world order that was put in place by the Western world when they came into power, when they took over from indigenous civilization and indigenous spirituality. They are the one that brought this 100% science, Charles Darwin theory of evolution, trash and the rest. So when you talk about religion, that you're trying to interact with interpersonal or immaterial or non-living entity that you cannot scientifically prove, that is insanity. So the process or the situation whereby Christians pray to a Jewish ghost called Jesus, or rather we don't know the race of Jesus. If it's a black man, we don't know, but we believe he might be a black man. He's definitely not a white guy. Jesus Christ is definitely not a Caucasian. Where he was born was in the Middle East. They were Arabic people, Aramaic people. They are not Caucasian people. He may likely be black or mulatto. The idea of praying to the ghost of that guy is insanity for salvation. Also, to the idea of praying to the Arabian ghost of Muhammad by the Muslims will also be classified as insanity by Western science and Western philosophy. Also, the idea of praying to ancestors in African spirituality will also be classified as insanity by Western definition as well. Hinduism, idea of praying to Shiva or any of the Hindu gods is also insanity. Buddhism is also insanity. So every form of spirituality of this on this planet can be classified as one form of insanity or the other. So if we can agree on this very fact that the whole idea of spiritual practices is practically insanity to the material man, to the pure 100% agonistic atheist or scientific mind, if we can agree that all form of spirituality or spiritual practice or religion is insanity, then we can go to the next step. The next step is now to identify the level or the degree of insanity that we can find in every spiritual practice. Now, if we look at Christianity, a lot of people, more than 1 billion people, practice Christianity, and they believe in this Jewish or Aramaic ghost called Jesus. So, when a large number of people believe in a certain form of impractical philosophy, it's therefore it's no longer a form of insanity. It's now accepted, and it becomes a religion. The same thing with Islam. A lot of people practice Islam, so their insanity is large spread. It's no longer insanity as well. And African spirituality, people practice it. So Hinduism, Buddhism, it is no longer insanity. It is now falls into the definition of religion. So what is the degree of insanity in Christianity? And we have to measure it against the degree of insanity in Islam. We also have to measure it with the degree of insanity in Hinduism and Buddhism. This and also African spirituality. This degree of insanities will now be determined by modern yardstick of living. How crazy is the practice is what we will be asking by now. How crazy? Most of you look at the practice, what they believe in, how they go into the spiritual practice, and the type of things they are doing. We now start analyzing them. If we can actually tolerate these kind of things, if they are in line with modern day moralistic standard of living, if we judge them to be in line or almost at par with modern day moral standard of living in modern society, we look at it as not insane. We accept the religion. But if they are totally not at par with modern day standard of living, we will now say that the religion is totally insane, is impracticable, or we can say that the religion is barbaric, impracticable, or we can just outright write it off. So this can be as a result of the fact that we cannot understand it fully, or we see that it does not really make sense. So that is a matter of now choice of choosing to practice it or not to practice it. For instance, let's take a popular religion, Christianity. Part of Christian practices, they believe in a process called the Eucharist, eating the blood and flesh of Jesus Christ, symbolic eating of the blood and flesh of Jesus Christ. They believe that this man died for their sins, even though they have never met the guy, even though the history of the guy is very, very obscured. There are many documents that have proved that this person of Jesus Christ never existed in history. He was created. He never existed as a real human being. There is no physical evidence, no physical documented evidence of his life existence. But people believe that he existed and he died for their sins. Okay? So if we go into the historical records to discover that this person of Jesus never existed, and but millions of people still believe that he existed, so their sanity can be questioned also. Then the process of venerating this imaginary character of eating his blood, drinking his blood and eating his flesh, they call it substantiation or something like that in their Christian practice. Holy Communion, we have to measure that level of insanity to judge how they think. And these people believe that there's a heaven or hell. They also believe that if you don't believe what they believe, you are going to hell. We have to judge that with their level of insanity as well. This is what Christians believe, that anybody that don't believe in Jesus Christ is going to hell. So, me that is not a believer, I am already destined for eternal life in hell, burning, screaming forever. And in their Bible, if you read the Old Testament, their God clearly commands them to kill and destroy everyone that is not a Christian or is not part of them, to steal their properties, rape their women, and kill them. It is in the Bible. And the ancient Christians did that a lot. The early Christians, they did that a lot. They are still doing it secretly nowadays. We have to judge their sanity based on this book that they believe and based on this philosophy. It is a whole topic for another day. If we also look at another major religion, Islam, they almost believe the same things as Christian, but this time they believe in the Prophet Muhammad. If we look at the life of the Prophet Muhammad, how Islam was spread, it was almost the same as early Christian, accept or die. They went into people's land, stole people's property, forced people to convert at the point of the sword. If they refused, they killed the men, they raped the women, they gave birth to half-bred mulatto children, and they trained these children into bandits and soldiers, and then go to the next city and they kill and do the same thing. This is the philosophy of Islam. If you read the life of Muhammad, he got married to one of his wife, Aisha, at 9 years. This child was a 9-year-old girl that he got married to, a man of over 50 years. If you check modern day law, that is a pedophilia. Pedophile is when a full-grown adult have sex with underage children. What Muhammad did was clear pedophilia by modern day definition. So we need to check his insanity. Maybe during his time, pedophilia was okay. During his time, pedophilia was allowed. I don't know what kind of time that we are living, but pedophilia in our time is not okay. But some of his followers still practice it. In northern Nigeria, I witnessed pedophilia among Islamic adherents. It is very, very common and normal, as we are speaking right now, for old men to get married to children. They do it a lot in Islam. We need to check the sanity of this religion, if that practice is okay. If it is high time to upgrade the practice, we need to check it. So where do we draw the line in this kind of spiritual practice? In African spirituality, there are some barbaric practices as well that people have seen that some people still practice. The practice of some people believe in killing somebody for money ritual. That if you want to be a rich man in life, you have to sacrifice somebody, you have to kill somebody to use them to make money, use their blood to do rituals to become a millionaire. It's a very barbaric, dark, abominable aspect of African spirituality. Some people believe in human sacrifice, and a little aspect of African spirituality still practice this sort of thing till today. We need to check the sanity of this kind of people. So in every religion, we have some things that are not right, every spiritual practice. So where do we draw the line? We draw the line by using moral standards that have to protect the rights and privileges of everybody to judge the religion. If your religion condemns me to hellfire because I will not subscribe to it, meaning that as I'm not a member of your religion, I am fair game for destruction, my life holds no value, you can do anything to me, or you should not care for me, that means I don't deserve to live because I refuse to follow your religion. Then that religion should be questioned if it's the right religion for these modern times that we are living. I believe all religions should be tolerant to people that are not part of them because the world is a multicultural place. Everybody cannot just be the same. If everybody is the same in this life, the life will be a very boring place, to be honest. If everybody is a Christian in the world will be very boring. If everybody is a Muslim, it will be very boring. If everybody is a Hindu or practicing, it will be very boring. There is need for variety. There's a variety is the spice of life. In variety, we discover our differences and challenges and we grow. So there is need to allow people to strive, not to condemn them outrightly. Any religion that seems to condemn other people outrightly, that religion is, for me, is an evil religion. That say that if you must join us or you die, or if you don't join us, you are condemned to hell. It's like somebody holding a gun to your head, follow me or I kill you. That any God that have that kind of mentality, that God is a beast. Love me or die. It's an abusive relationship. We see this abusive relationship in Christianity, we see it in Islam, we see it in Judaism. This is the way you must follow. If you don't follow me, you are condemned for all eternity. That philosophy alone dissolves the religion, dissolve it totally. So that is a major point for questioning in modern day world religion. That philosophy, it was not God that created it, it was man that wrote that down. Some group of men wrote that down in order to control other men and in order to justify them enslaving and conquering and destroying and stealing from other people. They have to make it as a religious practice, as a thing of duty. It was created by evil men to subjugate others in this planet and to take control of them. That is the only thing that brought that kind of philosophy. A good religion does not have that kind of philosophy of you must follow me or you die or you are going to hell. There's no difference from that philosophy and a armed robber coming to your house with a gun and say, give me all your money or I kill you. There's no difference. Or if somebody coming to meet you and say, you must love me or you die. If a woman or a man comes to you with a gun and say, you must love me, you must marry me or I kill you. There's no difference from that and a religion that say you must follow me or you go to hell. It's the same thing. It's an abusive relationship. It's a relationship that is formed under duress. That is a relationship that is not under any form of free will. It's a religion that was forced on you by the threat of death. And this was how Christianity and Islam spread all over the world. They spread by forcing death and bringing death and destruction to people. This was how they spread. If you check the history of Islam and Christianity, it was not fun. It was a business of war and blood. And the people that created this religion, they know what they are after. After the forcing of this religion on people, the brainwashing begins. You start the brainwashing from birth. So when the person has become an adult, it is very hard to break out from this religion because that is the only thing they know. And they have no option but to keep forcing it on other people because this is the program they have received. The zombie program, the zombification program of religion. That is why you see them always going out, forcing people to convert, swindling people, deceiving people, doing everything to get more people because they can only survive when they have people. When they have people, they have congregants, they have chatels. God that created the sun, the moon, and the earth, he did not use money to create it. I always say this. God that created the sun, that created humans, created the animals, the plants, and the world, the moon, and all the stars we see. He didn't use money to create anything. He didn't use $1, 1 cent, 1 naira. Any man that is saying God needs your money to build a church, that man is a big thief. Any man that is saying God needs your money, you must pull your money to him to do God's work. That is a servant of God. That man is a fucking thief. Okay? Irrespective of the religion, God does not need money. And you don't need a middleman to worship God. Okay? Anybody that comes and says, I am the way, truth, and life, no one cometh to me except through, going to the Father except through me. That person is trying to become a middleman to block you from your spirituality, to block you from direct contact with the source. Anybody that have positioned themselves like that is a scammer, is a criminal, is a fraudster. Any middleman, any religion that have a middleman that you must pray to before you go to God. That middleman, you need to suspect it. It's a criminal. Okay? It has nothing good for you. So you need to be able to know the insanity of religion and why this insanity is created. If you understand this system, you understand that religion was created to cause division and problem on this earth. Nothing more, nothing less. It was created with the mentality of we versus them. Anybody that is not a part of us is the enemy and should be destroyed and should be subjugated. So religion is not a thing of peace. It's a mental slavery that was designed to create division and to create problems in human beings. So there's a big difference in religion and spirituality. Religion is crowd control. Religion can never reform mankind because religion is slavery. Religion is for adults that refuse to grow up or adults that have been trapped in a brainwashed system whereby they cannot escape from the thinking, the programming that their parents have given. When the parents were programmed, most parents nowadays, they don't know their history. They only teach their children religion. The children to get that programming and is expected to teach the next generation. When you have this faulty programming running in your family, just know that you people are going nowhere. This is why Africa is backward today, because the programming we receive in Africa is the religious programming of we versus them, making us to continue to hate ourselves, always fighting and killing ourselves every day. Christians fighting Muslims, Muslims fighting Christians. We are all black people. When the white people show us racism in America, when we go to Asia, we see racism. As far as you are a black man, they don't care if you are a Muslim or a Christian. As far as you have black skin, they perform racism on you. You see this. If you are a traveler, you see the racism other people show us, the wickedness that we see in the world today. They don't care if you are Muslim or Christian. As far as you are black, they deal it out to you. As far as you are black. So you need to know yourself first. The people you are killing every day, when they born this girl, Deborah Samuels, another black girl like you, because she's not a Muslim, you burnt her. You just kill your own people. You are doing the work of the enemy for them. This is what religion does to you. It makes you to hate yourself, hate your people, hate your fellow man because they are not practicing the same thing with you. Why the Arab people, they are smiling and laughing at their countries, you are doing the dirty work for them. You are not killing your own people to spread their ideology. Of course, they will be sending money to you every year to promote their ideology while you do the killing for them. They don't need to do any killing or any jihad anymore. They just sit down in Saudi Arabia and send money to Africa to you to promote their philosophy of killing your fellow Africans. The Christians too will sit down in America and they will send money to these criminal churches to promote their ideology to kill or to spread and to brainwash your people more into this thing. This is just what they do now. So it's a very fine business model for them. You are killing your own black people in the name of people that don't even care for you. So racism don't care about religion. As far as you are black, you are still tortured under racism. Okay, white supremacy is all about white supremacy. They don't care about anything, and white supremacy is controlling the world today. We see it every day. Racism is very, very strong. So you have to think very carefully that this religion you are giving your life to, how is it helping Africa? How is it developing Africa? Where is it taking you to? What is the future of this religion? What will it profit you if you succeed in converting the whole African into Muslim? What has it done for Africa? You just wiped out, you just succeeded in wiping your own African culture and history you just succeeded in destroying your own self for the Arabs. The same thing with Christianity, you just succeeded in destroying your authentic African spirituality and giving the continent to them. That is what you are doing. You are working for them to eradicate your own self, and still you will still not be accepted. After you have done the job for them, they will still eliminate you. Okay? They will still eliminate you in the end because you are not one of them. You are going to be a slave forever. Under white supremacy or Arab supremacy, you are going to be a slave forever. Their whole aim is to destroy Africa. And they are succeeding right now because of you, thanks to you. So this is another level of insanity. I want you guys to think about this thing that I have said, and maybe recount your steps or what you can be able to calibrate. What I really want to talk here is African spirituality, to what really makes people to go insane in African spiritual practices. This topic was also requested by a subscriber. Yes, it's true that some people practice African spirituality, then they go mad to the extent some even walk naked on the street. I have seen this practice. I have identified 4 factors that make people to go mad in African spirituality. When I say mad, real mad, as in butt naked madness. 4 major factors. One of the things I have identified is that wrong practices. People practice African spirituality, they don't know what they are doing. Maybe they have a fake teacher, a pseudo spiritualist that claim to be a master or something. So you don't really know, you just tell them to do rubbish, tell you to go. African spirituality now has been developed. If you are a practitioner, you will develop it to adapt to modern times. In those days, it's okay to see somebody standing at the junction, maybe wearing white or giving offerings in the afternoon. Nowadays, you cannot really do that because the world has moved on a little bit. But if you want to do that kind of thing, you can do it when nobody is at the place. If you still cannot do it in the night time, maybe due to insecurity, you can't come out to that junction to drop your offering or something. You can do it inside your house. At your house, we have the intersection of where the wall meets. It can still represent a road, a junction. You can drop your offering right inside your house and still do the 3 road offering right inside your house at the corner of your wall. You can do it there. Nobody will even know you're practicing African spirituality. It will still work. There are many things that if you come out to do some, maybe in the morning you come out to do some incantations to blow some things, people will see you, they will think maybe you are a diabolic person. You can do those things inside your house, nobody will see you. Okay? It doesn't mean that you have to come out and you have to do this thing, except maybe you want to show people that you are practicing this stuff in a way. You can practice African spirituality codedly in the midst of people and they will not even know that you are practicing African spirituality. You can even be going to church with them every day, be praying every day, reciting the rosary or the Quran. They will not even know that you are practicing African spirituality. Okay? You can do it discreetly and it will work well for you. It will work exactly well. When the Africans that were taken to Haiti and America during the transatlantic slave trade, how did they preserve the African spirituality? They synchronized it with Christianity and they were able to preserve the practice. They changed the name of the deities to the name of saints. When the Christians come and say, oh, we are praying to saints, we are praying to Saint Peter, but behind Saint Peter is Babalegwa. You know that you are talking to Babalegwa, you are not talking to Saint Peter. The Christians will be happy, they will leave you alone. You can be reciting rosary to a deity and you tell them I'm reciting Hail Mary. Nobody will know what you are doing. You can get a picture of a deity and put Jesus Christ in front, the back, another picture is there. When you want to talk to the deity, you flip the picture over. Then in the daytime, you flip Jesus Christ in the front. People will come, they see a picture of Jesus. They will say, oh, you are a very good Catholic. You can synchronize African spirituality with any religion you are doing. You don't need to tell the whole world that you are an African spiritual. That's the best thing about spirituality. You don't need to announce it to anybody. You can practice it secretly. Okay? When you see somebody that is always showing himself, trying to tell the whole world that they practice African spirituality, some people will go and do an altar, they will put it in front of their compound so everybody will see. This, for me, most times it's just showing off. Or somebody say, if you don't do it exactly like this, you are not practicing the real thing. So for me, that is a level of insanity. I have seen some friends that do like this. I tell them, you are too loud. Try to mellow down, try to cool this thing. They will say, no, this is the way our ancestors do it. This is the way we have to do it, or be disturbing everybody with their practice. For me, that's the level of insanity. If I see you as a practitioner doing that kind of thing, normally I stay clear from you. I will stay away from you. Even as I'm a practitioner, if I see you showing yourself too much, trying to advertise yourself in that way, that you are now a nuisance to your neighbors, I will give you chance. I will avoid you. So I've seen this kind of insanity. It is not good. Some practitioners that do this, I've come across some practitioners that are so loud, and it is not. It makes people to run away from the practice. If I see those kind of people, they are a disgrace to the practice. That is not the way. Just imagine that you have a Christian neighbor that every time the person is playing Christian music, praying very loudly, trying to let you know that they are disturbing you with their prayer, making noise. How will you feel? That is the same thing that these people do in African spirituality. For me, that is a form of insanity. They are practicing it wrong, very, very wrong. Okay? You should not use your spiritual practice to disturb the life or the peace of your neighbors or any other person. You don't have to be wearing regalias of African, scary regalias, and load all your body every time to be disturbing people. There's a way you practice it that when people see you, they will be interested in the practice or be proud of you. You will not be a nuisance. You will actually be representing the culture in a positive light. It will make people want to practice what they are practicing. So please, those practitioners that are being too loud, please hide this thing. Maintain yourself and live a good life. Let it bring peace to your environment. Let it bring peace to people around you. Okay. Another thing I see is that these are people that go insane. These are people that lie with the name of spirit a lot. They lie and they use spirit to threaten people. You will see them, they will say that I am a child of this God, I am a child of Ogun, I am a child of Shango. Every day, Ogun said we should do this thing, Ogun said this. They just see in the morning, Ogun said, I will tell you, Ogun asked me to tell you to give me some money. Ogun said there's a prophecy for you. Ogun said this, Ogun said that. These people, there are so many in African spirituality. They are scammers. You see them on Facebook, they will come into your inbox, greet you. I am the daughter of Oshun. They take one picture. The blessing of Oshun be upon you, and this and that and that and that. You need to do this sacrifice. You need to do this. You need to pay us money. And Oshun sacrifice is so and so. Every Friday, you need to send us money. If you don't send Oshun money, your business will not work anymore. Everything bad will happen to you. You must send money every month or every week to the sacrifice. This is the way we do it. They just tell us sort of lies. These people are very wicked people. I call them children of abomination, children of wickedness. They will tell you any lie in the name of any deity. There's nothing too heavy for their mouths. They will tell you any lie in the world. The bigger the lie, the better. As far as you're going to give them money, they will tell you they are the child of the deity. I'm a child of this, a child of Lucifer. Every day, if you don't do something, they are threatening you. The deity is going to kill you within 7 days. If you offend them or if you question the deity, you don't dare question their deity, or you die within 7 days, you die a very terrible death. These people, there are so many of them. You will see them a lot online. These people are not real practitioners. Any practitioner that is threatening you with a spirit, just run away, just block them. They can do nothing. I have insulted many of these people. I have come across many of them. They are bullshit, stupid criminals. I am still living. So many spiritualists, they will try to tell you stories to put fear into you. How their enemies have been met with untimely or sudden or natural deaths, to put fear into you so that you'll be afraid of them, so that when they take your money, you cannot go to report them in the police station. You cannot do anything. These are the way these people operate. Most of these people, when they have lied a lot, the deities get angry and then they destroy the life of these ones. Then you see them going mad. Many times they'll be talking anyhow, misbehaving, dressing anyhow. When you see them, you know that these are the ones that are insane. They're already going insane. When the names of spirit never leave their mouth, every day they'll keep rolling, calling names of spirits all the time. You know that these people, they are mad people. Okay, you run away from these people. They're already cashing their karma. Okay, another people again that go insane in African spirituality. These are the ones that use the names of. These are the ones that use African spirituality to harm other people. You will see some bad people, they will do something evil to somebody. In order for the person not to talk, they will still go to meet a native doctor or a spiritualist to do a spell to shut that person down or to destroy the person. These people, they also go mad too. I have seen many cases where somebody will offend person, maybe they will steal somebody's property, they will take their money, or they will want to convert somebody's property, something that is not theirs, they want to take it. Then they will go to a spiritualist to try to do a spell so that the person will forget, or the person will die, or the person will not remember, or the person will not be able to fight them. Many evil people do this a lot. So they will go to meet a spiritualist, they will pay money that do this thing so that they can get it. And it's not the right thing to do. So when you see these people that are using African spirituality to harm others, when the spell backfires to them, they go mad many times. You see situations whereby somebody will die, their brothers or their sisters will want to take the property of this dead man, and this man has children. They want to steal his property. It is not good. And then we go and do spell so that the children will forget, so that the children will be wayward, so that the children cannot ask questions. They do this a lot in African spirituality because they want to steal. We see his relationships, or somebody want to control the mind of somebody to take money. They will go and do an evil spell so that the person will not know anything, so that they can control the person totally, or so that the person will die and leave the property for them. Or some people will go and do spell to sleep with somebody's wife, to take people's wife, to do so evil. A lot of people try to come into African spirituality to use it to do evil, to destroy other people's life. When this kind of things backfire, those people, they go mad, they go insane. You see them on the streets, they start running around naked, talking anyhow. Sometimes they will be confessing what they did. So this kind of people, many of them, madness awaits them, real life madness. We see a lot of them in Africa. These are people that have used African spirituality to want to do evil. Probably most times these people want to even make somebody mad. Somebody that they want to make the person mad, then the thing will backfire to them. They will not become the mad one instead. So you see them running the street, a lot of them in Nigeria, so many mad people are there. Then another fourth people again, it's almost the same category with the third one. These are straight up wicked, evil souls. These are people that engage in the worst form of African spirit. I will not even call it African spirituality, it's just wickedness. These are people that believe in using human beings to do rituals for money rituals, blood money rituals. These people that are join into danger, evil, secret societies, whereby they kill people, they drink human blood and eat human flesh in order to gain power to do evil upon this planet. A lot of pastors in Nigeria are members of this kind of societies. The aim of this kind of people is just to destroy humanity, nothing more, nothing less. The sole aim is to spread wickedness on the planet. These are evil souls that have reincarnated upon this earth as human beings, and they are here to just do evil. They believe in killing people in any way, using people to do rituals, eat human beings, kill their mothers, kill their children, kill their girlfriend. We still have a lot of them in Africa today, in Nigeria today. A lot of ritualists are there. Ghana, a lot of ritualists. They are these evil people, they are ever present. When the thing backfires, most times they die very unnatural and painful deaths. Many times they go mad. I have seen many of these people go mad. I've seen videos. If you go on YouTube, you will see many of these people that have run mad. Real insane cases, many of them young people. Most of these are Yahoo boys, Yahoo plus, that I will not say it's ritual Yahoo. They're just using ritual. They say they are doing Yahoo, but they are doing human rituals. They kill people every year, steal people's pints, some even eat shit, eat feces to get power to do evil. They do all sort of abominable acts. Anything practice that force you to do some sort of abomination, to do some evil, that is totally evil stuff. That is not part of African spirituality. That is wickedness. Anything you cannot even talk in public, as I'm talking to you, something that you have to do, you cannot even say it in public. That is totally evil thing, man. It's practical evil. Those kind of things will lead to insanity, and these people, many of them go insane. In fact, the practice is very, very insane. For you to do this kind of things, to think that your way of living is to be killing people for a living, that is a cannibalism and abominable practice. When you see people talking about this stuff, you say these are evil souls. Sadly enough, we have them in Africa. In this my practice, people have called me on the phone talking about this trash. I normally block them because I know these are evil people. I tell them we don't do that here. This is not African spirituality. This is plain wickedness. If you cannot be able to think of how to work to contribute to improve society, you just want money, wealth, and fame, and you don't want to work for it. You just want to kill people and become a superstar overnight. That is pure wickedness, and that is unacceptable to me. So these people, many times they get the wealth, they get the fame, but it don't last. They normally die very, very young, and they are normally disgraced. These are the people that go insane practicing African spirituality. These four categories of people are the people that go mad, butt naked mad, when they practice African spirituality. When you begin to go and do things that you are not supposed to be doing, going to be breaking into people's grave, uh, destroying them, or how would I say that? How do they do it? Desecrating people's grave in the night. They are not even related to you, doing so many abominations, and say you practice African spirituality. That is not the way we practice it here. Our own practice is different. Okay? We live in harmony with nature, and we venerate our ancestors. We have a lot of spirits that give us what we want. We don't have to kill somebody to get something in African spirituality. We don't believe that. Anybody that believes that you have to kill people to get prosperity or wealth, that is pure wickedness. That is not African spirituality. Okay. So this first set of people are the people that go mad when they practice. If you are not in this category, nothing will happen to you. You have nothing to fear. Okay, you have nothing to fear, but everything to gain. So this is what I have to say about this topic of madness and spirituality and insanity of religion and spirituality. And questions and comments are welcome once again. I would like to know your thoughts or opinions on this very topic. It's a very sensitive topic. Please like and share this video, support my channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.